Good morning, everyone, and welcome to take 2 of Tuesday Tips. So sorry about everything just kind of dying out earlier, but we are here now, and we are going to talk about, do you struggle to get testimonials? Again, welcome. Say hello if you are joining me live, and I would love to hear that. And share with me what you did this past weekend. For me, I started preparing for the holidays. Of course, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. This is Thanksgiving week, so I hope you have some great plans going forward in this week to spend some downtime, spend some time with family, eat a nice Thanksgiving meal, whatever that might look like for you. So I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Now, again, say hello if you're joining live. So sorry we had to do this 30 minutes later than normal. You know, tech has a mind of its own sometimes. Today's one of those days. So for me, this past weekend, I actually started decorating for Christmas. Christmas is one of my most favorite times of the year. I do a lot of decorating inside my home and outside my home. I have about 12 Christmas trees that I put up. Some get decorated, some do not. So I have all different styles and types. If you have followed me for a while, you have probably seen some of my photos at Christmas time of my house all decorated, which of course I'll be posting more photos once it all gets completed. It might take a couple of weeks to get it all done because it is a process for sure. So share with me in the comments what you did this past weekend. So I did a little bit of, I started the process of decorating, and I started prepping for my Thanksgiving meal that I will be cooking later this week for my family. So again, if you're here, say hello, share with me what you did this past weekend, and let's talk about testimonials. Do you often, or how often are you asking for testimonials or case studies, from your clients? I have both on my website. I have a testimonials page that has numerous of testimonials on it, and I also have a case study page. I think I have about 3 or 4 case studies on there. I do need to add more case studies for sure, but you should have a little bit of both. Now, I'm not saying you have to have, 100 testimonials or 50 case studies. If you do, that's wonderful, but you don't necessarily have to have that. As long as you have some on there, then that's a good start. So it would be good for you to, start doing more, if you can. You're most likely, not doing enough, like myself. I kind of could add more as well, right? We all could add more. So I know I don't do it enough, to be perfectly honest. Like I said, I can add more to my website as well. The reality is that the best way for us to share how we can help other people is by having other people talk about us and share their stories, their examples, their experience working with us. That's what a testimonial is. It's a client or a past client sharing their experience of working with you. Whatever that looked like for them, they can share about specifically what it was that you did for them, or maybe a specific product they purchased from you, whatever that is, depending upon what type of business it is you have. So we are not looking for testimonials per se. We're looking for case studies, reviews, so to speak. A lot of people post reviews on social media about a certain product or a certain service, that they have used or they have experienced, etc. This is the same thing. A testimonial and a case study is kind of the same thing. It's a review someone is sharing about their experience from purchasing from you, whether they purchased a product, whether they purchased a service, and, their experience of working with you, purchasing from you, whatever it is, right? So case studies are based on a story where testimonials like, hey, blah, 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 blah. Lisa is awesome at what she does, right? Well, I love it when people say that, but that is not what it's about. A case study is going to show this is where somebody was before they started working with Lisa, and then they tell the story. They were at point A, and then they went all the way to point B through their experience from working with Lisa, right? This is where I was stuck. This is what I was doing. And when I started working with Lisa, these are the things that happened. And here is where I am now. They kind of tell the story of what happened between point A and point B, where they were beforehand, and then where they are now afterwards. And then everything that happened in between, right? So, and that's what you're looking for in a case study or a testimonial. And there's a whole methodology behind doing it, but that's basically the gist of it. What is it that helped them in their journey? How you help them in their journey, right? Again, they were at point A where they couldn't figure out XYZ, whatever that was, or they needed help from a product that you sell, right? You sell lotions. They have eczema. They've tried numerous other lotions to help with their eczema, and nothing has helped them. But they're going to come to you and purchase yours, and it helps. That's a great case study. That's a great testimonial, right? And it's the same thing, no matter what type of, it may not be lotion that you sell, that's fine. Whatever type of product it is that you sell, or whatever type of service it is that you provide for your clients, that's what you want them to talk about. I was here, I was stuck, I couldn't figure out XYZ. I started working with Lisa, and she helped me by blah, 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 blah. And this is where I am now. She helped me set up a CRM for my business, which has a lot of automations in it. So therefore, it's not as much as hands-on things that I have to do any longer. The system does it itself, right? Or Lisa and her team keeps the back end of my website up to date on a regular basis, so it runs smoothly, or so people can go from page to page smoothly when they're on my website. Whatever it is. Or Lisa and her team edited my podcast before I put it on my YouTube channel. Took all of these and the thous out of it, right? Or us. There's a lot of us sometimes that people stick in there. Not on purpose, but it happens, right? Those can be taken out with some podcast editing. Sure can. So yes, give that some thought. Maybe set that as a goal for 2026. I know we have reached the holiday season, so a lot of people are winding down for the year. I get that. But as you are starting to set your goals, because I know this is also the time of year we start setting our goals for 2020 for the following year, which will be 2026, right? So yeah, maybe that's a goal you want to set, to get more testimonials, to get more case studies, and get them put on your website. If you don't have a testimonial page or a case study page, let's have a conversation. Me and my team can set you up a page on your website to put your testimonials or to put your case studies. If you want to see what it looks like, go look at my website, tigereyeSolution.com. I have both on there. I have a testimonials page and I have a case study page. Now, like I said, I only have 3 or 4 case studies on there. I do plan to add more in 2026. So that is one of my goals for sure, to add a couple more case studies to my website. But that is, that goes a long way when you have testimonials and case studies, other people talking about their experience or what it was that you did for them through your business. In other words, when they give you a review, right? Or a recommendation. On all the social platforms, we may ask for recommendations from others, from those that follow us, from those that have worked with us, those that know us, etc. Right? So this is just like asking for a review or a recommendation. It's the same thing. And I highly recommend that you do those as well. You do want case studies and testimonials on your website, but you also on your social platforms, whichever ones it is you're on, you also want to get recommendations and reviews there. So if someone does agree to give you a testimonial or give you a case study, ask them as well. Could you also go give me a review or a recommendation on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, whatever the platforms are that you are on? Ask them if they'll go do that too, because those also go a long way when people are checking you out. Again, happy Thanksgiving. I also want to invite you, if you're not part of the Relationship Communications Facebook group, I invite you to head over to Facebook and join us. It's a free group to be a part of. And we do a once a month networking mixer. The November mixer happens today at 2 p.m. Eastern time. If you're not busy around 2 p.m. today, come join us. I am going to go post this in the Facebook group with a link to join the meeting today at 2 p.m. So I hope that you, if you're not busy, you can come join us. Also, we're doing a giveaway for my birthday month. And actually today happens to be my birthday. So happy birthday to me. November is my birthday month. So we've been doing this all month long, to where if you go and purchase a debit card off my website, tigereyeSolution.com, in the month of November, you will be entered into a drawing that happens on Black Friday. Sorry. Yes, this Friday. It's not Good Friday. It's Black Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So you have till 6 p.m. on the 28th, which is Black Friday, to purchase a debit card off of the Tiger Eye Solution website and get put into a drawing. I'm going to be doing the drawing at 6 p.m. on Friday to win a free hour of service. So if you buy a 5-hour debit card, you're going to get 6 hours for that same price. You don't have to use them right now. You can save them and use them in January if that's when you think you may need help. But just go ahead and go purchase the debit card now and get an extra hour added to your debit card if you win the drawing, right? So head over to TigerEyeSolution.com. The pricing page has all our debit cards on it. Purchase one of them and get an extra hour added to it if you win the drawing, okay? So also want to invite you to our next, the Networking Method Launchpad will be starting in January. It's a free 3-day event. Starts on January 14th. Will be day 1 at 2 p.m. Eastern, and go from nothing to networking. It's all about networking. There's a lot of tips and tricks in there that you can implement when you are doing your networking. Maybe that's one of your goals that you're going to set for 2026 is to do more networking. This will definitely help you. Like I said, it's free. It's a 3-day event. It starts on January 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. You'll also be seeing a whole lot more of this in the group and on my social media channels, to where you can actually sign up, go ahead and get put on the waiting list. It does take place in a private Facebook group. So if you want to participate, you do have to sign up to be invited into that private Facebook group where the event will actually be taking place. Okay. So if you sign up, yes, you will have access and be able to join me on January 14th for day 1 of the 3 days of from nothing to networking. So I hope you will sign up and make plans to join. And again, I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy this time with your family, friends, or just some downtime, ever how you celebrate. And I'll see you again soon.